Excitement is building for the 2021 March for Life, and we now know the theme: Together Strong, Life Unites. March for Life President Jeanne Mancini and founder and former CEO of 40 Days for Life, David Wright, made the announcement in a virtual event held last night. The 48th annual March for Life will take place January 29th, 2021. Organizers are monitoring the coronavirus pandemic closely on what steps need to be taken for the march. Jeanne Mancini, president of the March for Life, joins me now on Skype to talk more about the 2021 March. Jeanne, welcome back. So good to see you again. There's so much to talk about. But first, I want to start with the theme: Together Strong, Life Unites. Talk about the significance.
Well, thanks, Tracy. It's wonderful to be back and to speak with you. So as we do every year, we really take a lot of time to discern and reflect upon what we think the culture most needs in a particular moment for our theme, because the March for Life theme is a springboard to educate about, the most important things that are happening. So in past years, we've chosen adoption, a noble decision. We've had pro-life is pro-science, pro-life is pro-woman, depending on the year and what's happening. This year, our theme is very much about a unity theme: Together Strong, Life Unites. And given, the historical and unusual 2020 that we've experienced, we think that this is the right theme for this year, bringing people together strong, and the reality that life and being pro-life is a very unitive and a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. I love that. Well, the March for Life is described as the world's largest annual human rights demonstration. What are some of the pro-life issues that you're hoping to highlight? And also, who can we expect to hear from?
Well, I think first and foremost, of course, it'll be the first major event after the election. And so regardless of however the election goes, there will be a lot to discuss with regard to legislation. So if Life wins at the ballot in November, we'll have a lot of celebrations and a lot of things to look forward to in the next 4 years. If not, we will absolutely be going on the defensive for things even as simple as protecting the Hyde Amendment, which has been bipartisan until now, but based on what we're hearing from Speaker Pelosi, as well as the whole question of the filibuster on the Senate side, removing that, which the Dems have promised to do, the pro-abortion, sadly, Democrats have promised to do, will have massive ramifications for pro-life public policy. So that's just from a policy perspective. But from a cultural perspective, there will also be a lot to talk about in the sense of just human dignity being at the heart of so much of the unrest that we've seen in recent months. And so we plan on delving into that. We have some very, very exciting announcements about speakers, but stay tuned. One exciting announcement that you just heard last night on our theme debut was that Matthew West will be our musician this year, and he is fantastic, and I think will draw quite a crowd.
Jeanne, what would you say to people who may be wondering what they as an individual can do to help in building a culture of life?
Oh, thank you. That's one of my favorite questions. Every single one of us has a particular role to play in building a culture of life. And I would say the theme is really about this, that, we are stronger together. And that implies that every single person has a particular role. Tracy, there's something that you can do that I can't do. There's something that I can do that you can't do. But when we bring our talents to the table, so to speak, and collectively work together, we really will be successful in building a culture of life. And so what I would particularly say to your viewers is to look deep in their heart, to pray, to discover what that particular gift or gifts might be, and then to embrace them and to try to do something, even if it's something small, like offering a little sacrifice every day to build a culture of life, because the responsibility isn't just on EWTN or the March for Life, it's on all of us.
Well, Jeanne, thank you so much for coming on and giving us a preview of the march. We can't wait till January. Jeanne Mancini, president of the March for Life. Thanks again, Jeanne.
Thanks for having me.